What's up, y'all? All of my productions. I'm gonna take my time because I want y'all to get this. Ah, man. As a middle-aged man, I see guys that can be my sons dying in the street, dying for absolutely nothing. As I ponder and really meditate on this subject, one gotta ask themselves, why? Aton Sterling, the other man that got killed, they pulled him over for a tail light, what have you, and he ended up getting shot while his woman watched him die live streaming. His daughter in the back seat. And you don't expect violence to happen all over this country? The whole world need to get on their knees and pray. Seriously, we need to pray. Because the devil is rejoicing. He is loving us. He is relishing in this behavior. Racism is a subject and an ideology that Satan created for us to go back and forth. And we are doing a good job as Homo sapiens in depopulating each other. Man, bear with me, y'all, because I want y'all to really, really internalize and marinate on this commentary. Because we are in trouble, to speak. The churches need to get into these grassroots. You brothers that is good cops, that's good stand up guys that's in the police force, that's black men, y'all need to speak out about this. Y'all should be the first one, all hands on deck, to speak out about this. This should not be allowed in 2016. It is a form of modern day lynching. I see a lot of emotional people on YouTube, black men and black women. I mean, very, 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 very emotional. And they got the right to be. These young people see this, they have no choice. That gives them no choice. And y'all talking about banning guns and taking guns off the street? Is y'all crazy? Is y'all crazy? Now, how you gonna do that? And these incidents like this keep on happening. And these men had license to carry. Let me tell you something. If y'all want to take guns off the street, shut down the gun stores. If y'all want to take guns off the street, shut down the gunsmiths, the ones who create the bullets, the ones who create the guns. Shut down the U.S. military. Shut them down. Shut down the U.S. military. Shut it down. Stop making these chemical bombs and all this chemical biological warfare. Stop making this weaponry. Shut it all down. But y'all know y'all not going to shut it down. The powers that be is not going to shut it down. Y'all know this. It's all a monopoly, folks. We have a group of people that's so satanic, they too far in, they done sold their soul to the materialism, and their whole thing is to keep a certain amount of people marginalized, divided. And they want to orchestrate everything in our lives. That's why they have this propaganda every day. Your Hollywood, your Hollywood. This is why they have your how will I say it? They have all this stuff. All these commercials. Get this, get that. All this materialism. So we go out and spend our dollar on every damn thing, and that's what. Case in point, that's what I gotta get to. Boy, we got to wake up, man. There need to be some major boycotts in the black community. How you think you gonna break the economic back of the camel if you don't boycott certain things that's keeping us enslaved, economically enslaved? See, this is our main problem. In 2016, if you do your analysis, you do your critical analytical thinking, it should not be no black man on no foreign-owned street corner selling cigarettes, begging for change in front of a 7-Eleven store, and panhandling. NBA players, NFL players, grassroots organizations. Some of these popular YouTubers on YouTube, everybody need to put their hands in the cookie jar. Everybody need to put their hands in the gumbo pot and stir it up of all colors of all different regions to get this economic thing cracking. This is the only way we can survive and live in the pursuit of happiness. Okay? If you don't spend your money with other people that's not your ethnicity, and you spend your money with your own people, this is how everyone gets the piece of the pie. We must flip the dollar with us, nobody else. Y'all gonna probably bitch and moan and complain, excuse me. That's not racist. That is not racist. That's by no mean being racist. Look, let me clarify this for y'all. If I don't want to spend my dollar in your stores, I'm talking to the foreigners, I'm talking to non-African Americans, non-African. If I don't want to spend my dollar in your stores, that is my choice. And this is the attitude we must have. Then you will see the real demons come out the cracks. This is how you break it. I mean, it's really not complicated strategy here. This is the way you run the campaign. This is the way you run your economic campaign, your strategy of warfare and economics. Everything ain't all about the gun, black man and black woman. Everything ain't all about the knife, the chain, the bat, the gasoline, the bombs, and all that. It's not all about that all the time. Sometimes it's mathematics. It's basic mathematics. Put the money in our pocket, not in someone else's pocket, and the businesses will crumble. If they don't make money off of us, they go bankrupt. They go belly up. And it's a sad thing to see we out here killing each other over drugs and over hatred to one another, while the weed stores are getting banked. They stuffing the dollars in their coffers. Liquor stores, they making tremendous money because all we do is black men, our women go to work and we get stressed out and go on to the liquor store. We scrape up a couple dollars and go on the liquor store. That happens every day. So they're making money off our sorrows as black men. We can own our own liquor stores. But until we run our own show, these things are going to happen. Now let's get back to this police situation. Now, the Black Panthers, the old Black Panthers, not the new Black Panther Party, the old Black Panthers, they was on the right move. They was policing their neighborhoods. Jeff Fort was on the right move. But let me hold on. They went hard in the paint back then. Okay? Not that way. But his strategy, when he started out, of the conception of that, when he started out, the Iroquois and P Stones and all this, the red P Stones and all this stuff, they started off right. Same thing with Larry Hoover. When they started off, the conception of it, they started off right. We must take those old models and turn it into a positive way. Those men, not in the drug selling, not in all of the syndicate ways, in the most high ways, more churches, more institutions that promote education, sciences, to bring scholars out of those institutions. We need that to teach men how to do economic stuff, taxes, how to balance books, checkbooks, and all this, how to mortgage a home, how to refinance a home, all this stuff about the inner parts, the intricate parts of finance. You know what I'm saying? The intertwine. You got to get into the mathematics of it all. We got to know about this. Not all this foolishness. Not all this thought. Not all this twerking. See, gotta stress this to y'all, man, because you know, as I seen those videos from the black people's perspective and from the white people's perspective, I'm telling you, boy, I'm telling y'all now, it's not good. Mark my word, this is not over. It's going to be more. It's going to be more. You cannot expect other people to live in squalor for the rest of their lives and don't expect them to be in uproar. Now, these two men was doing positive work. One dude was a supervisor over cafeteria or something like that. He was a supervisor. Yeah, he was a supervisor doing good stuff, man. Working, doing what a man supposed to do. He had a permit for his gun. And then the other dude was out there selling his CDs, you know, and the store owner gave him consent to sell his CDs, his paraphernalia, and he had the right to carry. So, when we even doing positive, when we trying to make a new, when we try, you know what? Let me tell you something. When I hear a lot of people getting pissed off about that, you know they're gonna do that. You know they're gonna bring up that man's past to try to tarnish his legacy, but by social media is putting everything on blast, so they really don't have a leg to stand on. So they can try to pull it if they want. It's justifiable. That's not even justifiable homicide. It's a straight up murk the man. I seen the video. Everyone's seen the video. That man didn't have a chance. The way they had him pinned down, he couldn't even get his hands up anyway. So they had him pinned down. Then they unloaded into his chest and his back. Look. That's a clear case. I don't care what you say. Straight up murder, assassination. But let's think on a higher plane. May those brothers rest in peace. Now, it's a learning experience. It's a sad learning experience. It's sad to learn something from this. But any situation is a learning experience. And this is a learning experience. Now, black men, wake up. Wake up, black man. Wake up. We should not be looking at each other evil in the streets no more. When we walk past each other, we should acknowledge each other. All that grit and all that, I'm better than you business, that should be zero. There should be none of it. We should be at the table of brotherhood. We should not be chasing each other's baby moms and trying to be backdoor each other. We should be putting our money together and trying to build an organization. It should be no jealousy in the hood. It should be no beefing it shouldn't be no beefing in the hood. It should be nothing. Because this is a clear case of other people, they don't care and they don't have no remorse when it comes to us. Some white folks, I ain't saying all. We got to stop that, man. We got to stop that self-hate. We blame everybody else. We keep on using this white man's crutch. White supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy. It's white supremacy. No, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. That's old. That's played out like that slang we made in our day. That's played out, homie. It's played out. That is old. We got enough opportunity to do it ourselves. We don't need these record labels no more. These conglomerates. We got enough black men and women that can put their money together, run our own film festivals, run our own stuff, man, like Black Wall Street and Rosewood. Until then, you're always going to be under your oppressors. The oppressor, you're going to be under his thumb. Under his goddamn thumb. That's all Jesse Williams was talking about. That's all he was talking about. Then y'all want to keep throwing this race card out. See, me as a brother, a Hotep pro-black brother, I don't play. That's petty. That's petty. Anybody that helps black folks advance, anyone, it can't even be white folks. Like I said, I know it's a large majority of white folks can't stand us. It's a large majority of white folks hate us to the core. But it's some that love us too. I don't believe every white man on this earth and white woman on this earth is all out for black folks and hurting black folks. It's the ignorant, undeveloped minds of some racist white people that won't never change. Just like black folks. Same thing. Everything that black people been through, we got to learn from it and never let it happen again. Let me say it again. Everything that happened to black people, we should never let it happen again. And the so-called in the Jewish Holocaust, they got a slogan like that, never again. I think it's like never again. And they mean it. Never again. That's why they on top. Because they vowed never again. This will never happen again. Do I blame them for that? Do I blame them for that? No, I do not blame them for that. Now y'all gonna come back and try to ridicule. Those are not I'm not here to do on the street corner Hebrew Israelite commentary. I'm not here to try to debate about the true Jews and the fake Jews. I'm not stating from how would I say it? A level of intelligence, meaning that's what it is. Meaning that's that ethnicity over there, whether they fake or not. Those the ones that said never again, and they mean never again. That's why they on top. That's all I'm stating. So I don't want to hear now. Look at you, bro. You're not educated. Those are not the true Jews, and I'm not here to do the street corner, sidewalk, back and forth with the Hebrew Israelites argument. I'm not here to debate on them issues. So I'm just putting that out there because I don't want no one coming on here, rah, cussing me out because I'm stating about who's on top. Now, y'all know that's right. Guess who runs YouTube? It's a Jewish woman. She's a CEO. Guess who runs Universal Studios and all that? Okay. Those are the ones y'all calling the imposters. Okay. That's not even a video for me. I let y'all deal in y'all own sector about that. See, this is about economic, brothers. Even you Hebrew Israelite brothers, it's about the economics. This is about capitalism for us. This is about putting food on our table by us, for us, by nobody else but us. And that's not a form of racism. That's a form of black capitalism, you know? After all, you got to be an economic pimp to even survive in the United States. See, I'm not going to sugarcoat the game. This junk was built off our sweat and tears. Blood, sweat, and tears. If it wasn't for us, all these 13 families and these major bankers and conglomerates of families of lineage and genealogy wouldn't be in position if it wasn't for us the toil and the slavery and the whip on the back and us being enslaved, what have you. I mean, come on, man. If it wasn't for that, it wouldn't be people in the key positions right now. So they should be thanking us instead of shooting us in cars and shooting us and beating us and doing sacks and over a car and emptying bullets in that man's chest. It should be none of that. They should be thanking us. They should be thanking us as black people. We the only race that never been reparated at all. We ain't get no reparations for our work and for our sorrows. This is why it kills me why brothers and sisters hate each other so much. Like I ain't, people that you don't even know. They give you that look because of your parents. You don't even know me from Adam and Eve. You just assume. And that's another thing we got a problem with. Low self-esteem, assumptions, lying, and all that larceny and all this fallacy stuff going on. All these little things, antagonisms within the family, within the church, within the workplace. And it's turned the fabric of the black community apart. What is wrong with us? Man, this is stuff like this. This is the only way we get woken up. And it shouldn't have to come to that measure. It shouldn't have to come to this. Those mans, I'm not God, but hey, I'm not the Most High, but I figure this: if this world, like black people, was more together, like we really supposed to be, maybe those 2 deaths wouldn't have been prevented. Just maybe those 2 deaths wouldn't have been prevented. But as long as we don't come together, we should. As long as we don't come together, as long as we don't come together, we're going to perish. We're going to die. We are open for attack because we are not together. Some of us feel that we arrive, feel that we have arrived. Fuck you. I got mine. Fuck you. That's that mentality we got. We don't want to help the bottom feeders. No, we don't want them. We want to lead them on the motherfucking bottom of the fish tank, sucking up the scraps, gobbling up the scraps. We don't want to help the bottom feeders. We don't want to be political sharks. We want to be guppies. No. We want to let me put that in perspective. We don't want to help out the guppies. The political sharks don't want to help out the guppies, which is the bottom feeders. And the feeders to the sharks and the Oscars and the Jack Dempseys, the goldfish. They want us to be the gold, everybody gotta be a goldfish, a guppy, a feeder. We don't want to be political sharks. Some of us. Man. I'm touching on a lot of stuff I know. Try to pay attention, y'all. So, what I'm trying to say is this. Morally, we need to get back to spirituality and stop embracing all this materialism. Because the devil tempted Jesus Christ when he was on earth. And he tempted him in the wilderness. You can have all this. All you have to do is succumb and bow down to me. And this is what your Illuminati and your secret societies, that is satanic. Because every secret society is not satanic. Let's put that in perspective too. This is what's going on, folks. And we have an onslaught of people who are trying to depopulate us, get ready for this globalist agenda, and it must be order out of chaos. This is my theory. This is the only way the Antichrist is going to be brought to the world stage. This is why all this stuff is happening in the black community in the darker regions of the world. Because they know certain things we don't know. And this is why they can control us. So in order to control us, they must tell us stuff